Good morning. Get ready with me while I tell you a bit about myself and how I started my health journey. So, my name is Fernanda. I am 30 years old. I just started filming TikToks because I am a pretty introverted person and I just kind of wanted to do something fun. I don't have any other social media. So I just thought this would be a good way to kind of do something fun and also something that would be kind of therapeutic for me. I work in the automotive industry. I've worked in the automotive industry since 2017, 2018. I am a collision appraiser. And so the way that ties into my health journey is the majority of shops or jobs that I've had, they are either different buildings or they require a lot of movement or a lot of walking. Also, when you're inspecting vehicles, it requires you to crouch down or sometimes move things, especially when I was a field appraiser working for an insurance company where I was going to different shops. It just required a lot more of me. And as I started gaining weight and reaching past that 250 mark, I started realizing I was breathing heavy. Just simple things were getting hard to do, and that's kind of when I hit my breaking point. Just for context, I grew up as a very active adolescent. I wasn't lazy. I used to do CrossFit. I liked to go running. I was just super active. It wasn't until I reached past I want to say 25, where I was going into my late 20s, I feel like just a lot of life events or trauma that I wasn't dealing with started building up. And when that started happening, I feel like I just kind of let that negative energy and those emotions kind of take over the way I was kind of living life, which involved more partying, more drinking, taking less care of myself and my mental health. And hand in hand, that started affecting my weight and what I was eating and how I was taking care of myself. Eventually, I remember I stood on the scale and I saw that I was 257, and I kind of just I just stood there because I had never been that heavy. I hadn't realized how bad it got. And the thing is, when you're in that mental headspace, it takes a lot to kind of just make you stop and be like, whoa, what are we doing here? So I didn't want to join the gym right away. I knew I could have discipline because I had it before, but I had no self-confidence at the time. My self-esteem was at an all-time low. And so I wasn't convinced that joining the gym was going to be something I could do successfully right off the bat. I also didn't want to go back to CrossFit because even though it was something that I did when I was younger, it just didn't seem like a sustainable option for me, especially because it's such a rigorous workout. And as you get older, my knees could not take some of the workouts that I'd be doing there. And I just was like, no. So the thing that I started doing was I just started walking. Eventually, I also started doing at-home workouts. From there, I gained more confidence and got a gym membership and started going with my sister. And after that, I ended up joining a Pilates studio near my house and started going to the gym and doing Pilates. It started to get easier the more consistent I was, and I started to feel more comfortable, more confident in what I was doing, and the momentum kind of started going there. As I went from like walking to at home workouts to the gym to incorporating Pilates, it was also kind of a struggle to find a balance with the way I was also nourishing my body, because it was hard. It's hard when you like go from eating healthy to then just kind of like giving zero fucks essentially, and you kind of like your body gets used to just not eating a balanced meal, and eventually once you start trying to go back to that, it's hard to keep up the consistency, to feel like things taste good even if they're like not fried or anything like that. And I think that was also such a huge like mental battle for me, of learning how to cook alternatives, things that taste good, things that make me excited to also eat them. Because if there's one thing that's hard is once you start eating the food, like healthier food, but it doesn't taste good, or you're just like, this isn't that great, but I'll just eat it, I guess, because it's good for me. Like, that doesn't motivate you to keep going. But once you start really just looking at recipes or taking the time to do it, because yeah, it does take time. And at first I was like, well, I don't have time to just be cooking or doing all of that. Meal prep. Get an air fryer, meal prep. Whether you be cooking chicken sausages or anything like that, like on an air fryer, you're looking at like maybe 25 minutes. You have 25 minutes to spare. It's just an excuse trying to be like, no, like that just takes too long. I don't have time for that. And that was another thing, was trying to get out of that excuse mindset that I don't have time, because I had time to do so many other things that really weren't priorities. And it was getting into that mental state of, you do have time, you just don't think it's that important yet. So it's still a journey. I'm still working on it. It's been a total of 6 months since I started. I've learned a lot through the process. I'm nowhere near being done with my journey. I just had to hurry up and finish getting ready, or I'm going to be late for work. I just want to say thank you for sticking around and listening to just my journey. As I said, I am nowhere near done with my health journey. This is my journey. It doesn't mean that it looks like yours, but if anything, if anybody has any constructive criticism or any tips that they do at the gym, or any healthy recipes or anything like that, I am very much open to it. We're all growing at different paces, and I'm okay with the pace that I'm growing at. I'm going to keep documenting my journey, and I just want to say thank you for joining me, and I hope you guys have a good day.